This is the station bag, style number 5130. This one was made before 1994, and this style was produced from 83 all the way to 99 with the exception of 1986. So as usual, I start off with a thorough vacuuming, ensuring I get all the corners and pockets, and then I use my suede brush to lift up all that caked in dirt and dust from 4 decades of love and use. Then after I make sure to get all the little spots inside, I go in with my vacuum again to vacuum up the rest of that dirt and debris. And once I ensure that the inside is nice and clean, I use my Angelus suede cleaner. And this is before I got my foam pump, and this is actually how this suede cleaner is intended to be used. So you just shake it up and then squeeze the foam on top and use a microfiber cloth, and don't spill it everywhere. And use a microfiber cloth to clean the inside thoroughly. I found this little hole in the pocket here, and I'll get to that later. Then I stuffed the inside to maintain the shape before I go with my Lexol 1 and distilled water mixture. With a horsehair brush, I went in and scrubbed every single panel of the bag, ensuring I got every little nook and cranny where dirt could build up over time, and ensuring that all the places where the hardware meets the leather got some attention as well, because that's where verdigris likes to hang out and build up over use and love. I also made sure to get the inside of the pockets as well as the straps. Then I used leather CPR for its first conditioning, ensuring I get every single panel because this bag definitely really needed some hydration. And I got the straps as well, and then used my horsehair brush to buff the excess off and to ensure that everything was distributed evenly. Then I used my thread zapper to get any of the loose threads in the corners before buffing some more. And then I went in with Black Rock for the edges. The edges were particularly dry, and so I wanted to give them a little bit more care. Then this piping issue here, this is my first ever piping repair attempt. I used this paintable filler to repair the piping. I used very, very small amounts and did thin layers. I actually took some off to make sure that I wasn't overfilling the hole, and I wanted to make sure that it was nice and smooth and I didn't have to do too much sanding. And once it was completely dry, I went in with a sanding block. I actually did end up using a finer piece of sandpaper, but this is the one I got on tape. Then once it was nice and sanded down, I used my Black Angelus leather paint to do a very, very thin coat of paint. I wanted to make sure it wasn't looking too shiny, and so I did that, and it ended up looking really great. Then I went in to tackle the hole and sewed it up, and it was quite difficult because of the angle, but this is what it looked like before and after. You can barely tell that the corner was fixed, and I'm just so happy with how it turned out.